You've had a rough afternoon today. You shouldn't push yourself too hard.
I know, but we're in a brand new town and I want to explore it with everyone.
Well, Captain?
Enjoy some time to yourselves, everyone. Yay!
Hey guys, TwistJCB here. Granblue Fantasy Relink has finally been released for this month after so many years being worked on. I got my copy of this game and I'd like to share with you guys my thoughts of the game overall. Please note that I did not check any trailers or gameplay videos beforehand, and I was going into this nearly blind except for the first few revealed trailers. Another thing was that I only played Granblue Fantasy Versus and the updated version, Rising, before this game came out. I was a fan of the fighting game and I was stoked that this game was going to be released as a JRPG game, or so I thought at the time. At the start of the game, we get to choose one of the two characters that would be our captain to take charge of our crew, and set out on an adventure towards Estalucia. I went with Gia over Gran since I liked her more personally when I played as her in the fighting game, as she was more spunky and cooler in my eyes. This also took a different turn from the fighting game, as you can play both as Gia and Gran since their two dimensions were slowly merging together in the story. However, as we go on into the story of the game, the personality of the captain wasn't translated so well as I thought. Gia, for the most part, felt stoic and not as similar as to how she was in the fighting game story. This meant the other crew members had a better time to shine in the story cutscenes to show their respect to the captain, plus show their personality amongst each other. The story was taking a different turn from what was going on as we discovered different disturbances of natural disasters happening on nearby islands. We take a detour to see what's going on. The story chapters always had different elements and factors playing a part of it to make it feel different as you go by. My curiosity of this game was taking it slow as I wanted to explore both the main story and side contents that the game has to offer. First we was on a hub world called Foka, which had a few side quests to take care of, plus introducing ourselves to the Sierra Knick-Knack Shack and Blacksmith, as this will help us out with our weapons, items and sigils. Also, there is a quest place in which you can take various quests for rewards. This was the first time that I noticed this wasn't a traditional JRPG game, as this has taken a toll more towards the gacha elements from games we have seen in recent memories. These quests feel suited for playing with friends online rather than having AIs with you, as the AIs doesn't have a strategy option compared to the other JRPGs in which you can customize and make them respond to certain situations. The harder the quests have gotten, the more need of human players to become apparent, as taking these quests alone would take longer than needed. However, if you do play these solo, then you could reap the benefits of leveling your whole team up instead of the one character you choose to go online with. It was a good mix back and forth between these contents, as the main story's content got more entertaining as I progressed on. The main story events was having Lyria being kidnapped by Avia that was going to use her as a vessel by taking power from primal beasts across the islands to release a dimensional god, Angry Manu, that will create a new world for Lilith. We was chasing the bad guys across the several chapters and explored new areas which would lead to dynamic boss fights and huge twist and turn events to the story. There may have been traditional tropes found in other JRPG storylines, but I still think the content was handled pretty well and it was engaging to go through. In the end, the plan was stopped as we saved the day. However, the price to pay was our dear friend Roland that was helping us was going to be trapped in the other dimension. There is a final end story to get Roland saved, however it does take a good amount of grinding to do before you can save him. In the beginning, the characters we had were Captain, Lyria, Vern, Catalina, Rackham, Io, Eugen, Rosetta and Roland. Lyria was a support character in which she heals during battle. Vern played huge roles in the story at times along with emotional comfort for our captain, and Roland was a double agent for the most part, as he didn't align his true attentions lay into the story. However, with everyone else I mentioned, we were able to play them as in battle. Each character has their own unique passive skills, style, combos, and skybound arts. This leads to having every character play differently, as we get to decide which characters favor our gameplay style the most. The party in battle is up to 4 characters plus Lyria as the support, so we can choose 4 characters to come into battle. On top of that, we do get crewmate cards that allow you to unlock even more characters from the Granblue world to join you in your journeys. There's some cool features that I liked interacting the 4 characters in battle, which are link attacks that allows you and your party to focus on attack on a single enemy after the gauge is full, bursts with skybound arts that synchronizes all of the skybound arts if all the characters can reach their gauge up to 100% in order to do a full burst, and a link time that needs the link gauge up to 100% first, then everyone to link their attack together so it will slow down the screen and give multiple buffs to the characters. All of this creates technical control of the characters in battle to have a satisfying experience. The only one thing I felt that was missing is the ability to switch to any of the 4 characters in battle. This would have been awesome to do so, however, seeing that they intend the gameplay experience in favor of the multiplayer instead, they wanted you to have another 3 friends to be in full total control with the other characters. The game also includes Fate episodes that explain more of the characters' backstories and logs of how they feel throughout the journey. Lyria's journey, in which she takes notes on everything going on so far, and other notes/diaries from other characters available in the game. It brings more content to the world to grow even more, and it does reward you with more goodies when checking it out. There is tons of upgrading and customization options for your characters, as you can level up the weapons and base stats in an Ascension area, which is similar to the leveling in modern Final Fantasy games. On top of that, you can collect spellbooks as rewards in some of the quests that will act as rare candies and Pokemon that will give your character an extra level up. You can get multiple skills from level up your characters that can customize your style of play when using them in battle. Then there's sigils that also have the option to influence the dynamics of the battles as you equip them to give you certain buffs to be used in the right situations. Another thing is that there are ways you can change your character's appearance and color palette for the skins to make them stand out even more. Honestly, at this point, I am still playing this game with 40+ hours under my belt with just the story completed and still exploring new quests and mastering gameplay mechanics for the characters. The story alone is worth my attention on how amazing it was done overall, and it has started the new year on a spectacular scale. I am looking forward to any future updates that this game provides us. Let me know what you guys think about the game overall, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.